Hello, everybody. Welcome to Going Nuts with Glenn and Gracie. I'm Glenn the Baker.
And I'm Gracie, the female comedian.
Yeah, the band is off tonight.
Yeah, the band is off.
It's the Easter holiday, so the band took the night off.
Oh.
I gave the band the night off.
Oh, you gave the band
Yeah.
night? You mean I was all planning on singing all nice, like salt peanuts.
In other words, I forgot that little shit. It's in my backpack somewhere. But anyways, the band will be back next week. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening to us. Thanks for joining us on YouTube. We got another 2 subscribers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we're up to like 15 now.
Oh!
I mean, like, hell yeah. I mean, I'm serious. I really do appreciate the subscriptions and the follows. And if you guys have any questions, or any requests, like you want to see like a recipe done or something crazy like that, or, how to roll a good joint or, anything, just go ahead and drop us a line on our Instagram or right here on YouTube.
Yeah, and if you want to, like, give me a joke or something, and I'll take it.
Yeah, she needs those. So please, send them in, people.
Send me some jokes.
So speaking of jokes, you had a show this week?
Yeah, this week I had a show on Saturday.
You had a show on Saturday.
Two shows. Two
shows.
2 shows in one night at the same place. But it was crazy because it's 2 different crowds. Because the first crowd is an older crowd.
Uh-huh.
And then the second crowd was a younger crowd.
Oh, nice.
So it was kind of like trippy because you're like, different crowds, you're like, okay, am I bombing or am I doing okay? But at the end of every show, when someone comes up to me and says, oh my gosh, you were so funny, I really liked you, then that makes my night.
Yeah.
So I don't...
Well, we'll get into more details. Let's introduce our guest.
That's right.
Our guest is a very, very dear person to us for many reasons. I think I've known him his whole life. Gracie's known him his whole life.
Yeah.
He's your nephew. I kind of feel like he's my nephew too. But he's also a public health worker. And he's here to give us some inside scoops. Everybody.
Inside scoops. Say his name.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gunnar Stoddard. How you doing, Gunnar?
Oh my
Hello,
gosh.
YouTube.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is not your 1970s TV dad. That is Gunnar.
I know. Look at that mustache. With that mustache, and I love you've been doing really good at your job. I didn't know. Look at that apartment.
I know you did come to the apartment there.
I know. You'd never think that I work for the government with an apartment like that.
Oh my gosh.
For a minute, I thought you were at the Max, that place from Saved by the Bell.
I don't know. I just want to know: is that TV or is that an old Apple computer in the back?
Yeah, right behind you.
Oh man, I'll have to let me turn around.
Yeah, right there, there it is.
Oh, I found it. That looks like an old Apple computer.
Yeah, that looks like one of the first. That looks like one of the first Macs right there.
Yeah.
Macintosh.
Wow, that's incredible.
She had one lying around her house for a while.
Yeah, Gracie, did you have a Macintosh?
Yeah, we still have it. Still in the garage.
Why don't
You
bring
still
that
have
out?
it? Because you could probably sell that for a lot of money.
Oh, really?
Not maybe not a lot of money, but more than you'd think. People want those.
Oh wow!
Really? Wow! Yeah, we have those.
Bring that out for your collectible, Gracie. I mean,
oh, my brother has a lot of collectibles.
I think now we just discovered like her secret.
Yeah, dubious value.
Gracie's collectibles is she just basically raids her brother's shit, or it's something that I gave her. Anyways, Gunnar, how are you? How you doing?
Pretty good, man. I can't complain.
I mean, it's been way over a year since I've seen you. It's probably like maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
God, not since about probably Christmas 2019.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
so,
dude, that's insane.
So this whole thing is kind of winding down. I got
fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, right?
Maybe at least in our country.
This part, I guess, this part is winding down. I don't know what's in store, but anyways, I got my vaccine, the first one, already, and I just want to let everyone know how easy it was. A friend of mine sent me a link, And the only reason I didn't use that was because I didn't find the appointment that I wanted. I went on myturn.gov, and it was as easy as that. Myturn.gov, they asked me a few questions to determine if I was eligible. I was, because I work in food. And then that was that. So I got my appointment the following day.
I got I'm getting my appointment because for Kaiser. So when I went on their website, there was so many options. First, they ask you all these questions, and then you pick what you facilitate. Well, anyway, I'm getting mine tomorrow.
Oh, yes. That's great
Congrats.
news.
I'm getting
That's freaking great news.
What's the one did you get?
I got Pfizer.
Okay, I'm getting Moderna. What is it?
Moderna?
Moderna.
That's the one that I got.
Really? Mm-hmm. And then your mom, Jessica got her second one, and she felt sick.
What'd she get? Moderna?
Yeah, and then Javier got his, and he got sick.
Yeah.
But they were still functional the next day.
Oh, entirely. I'll say the same exact thing. Like, full disclosure to everybody that receives a Moderna vaccine, to expect side effects the next day.
Yeah. And your mom,
or like within that same day, towards the end of the day.
Okay. And then your mom got the Pfizer, and she's been sick for like 4 days already, since
Just
Friday.
The first one? After the first one?
Second one.
Oh, after the second one.
Yeah. So she's been in bed since Friday.
So I can
She said she couldn't feel her body. Her body ached everywhere. She just was so sick. She hasn't eaten.
It affects people differently. I felt like absolute garbage. I got mine on a Wednesday afternoon, and then I went to work the next day. And I had a fever of 103. Wow. And I had the chills, and I had I still worked until about 4:30, and then I went home early, 30 minutes early. Well, I usually work late, much later than that. It's like my usual clock out time. But anyhow, yeah, no, I went straight to bed, and I was feeling it. The very next day though, I felt like $1 million. So I was like, well, yeah, it's just how the immune system works. So I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I know somebody was telling me, I'm not going to say who it was, but they're saying for sure they're not going to get it because the research was too fast for them to make that vaccine. And but now he's looking for a
he's looking for a card so he can fake it.
People are going to do that. People
that's totally misguided. That's ridiculous to do that, because I mean, what does it do? It might get you, privileges of some sort, but then at the same time, like, if you get exposed to COVID-19, you're going to get sick.
Yeah, well, that fake card ain't going to help you not get sick.
Well, exactly. Like, it's not like you just like you refuse tetanus shots your entire life, and then you you insist on working in rusty metal, and you insist on like working at a scrapyard or something like that. Like, no, dude, like, no, like, faking it doesn't help you out. That's not going to help you. You're going to get infected.
Because even when one of my questions too, did you take the vaccine yet? And somebody on your friend Russ, he put a picture of his card, and then somebody replied, "You shouldn't do that because people are starting to make copies of cards."
I mean, it's a simple card. I mean, it's
a super simple card. That's the first thing I thought when we got our shipments of them. I was like, this is it's pretty easy to copy.
There's no hologram. There's no watermark.
There's no unique serial number per card. So yeah, that is concerning. But at the same time, it's like, guys, again, like, if you don't get the vaccine, then you're gonna get sick. Like, and is that how many people have died from this virus? Like, just in this country alone, over 550,000 plus. How many people have died from the vaccine? 0. So, like, guys, like, please.
I know.
Yeah, I understand people's anxieties. I totally do. I understand why people think that, like, it happened too fast, but at the same time, like, just sometimes it's a tough time having these kinds of discussions, man. Like,
those are people that just want to take a stance against something, no matter what. And then
they're speaking up because they're looking for other folks that, like, agree with what they, agree with.
Yeah.
They're not really looking to have their minds changed.
Right.
But at the same time, like, these vaccines are pretty damn remarkable. Yes, they came through fast, but that's because we had so many infections that there were a lot of people that they could,
There were a
The-
lot of guinea pigs out there.
Lots of them, yeah. Like they hit their 35,000 like participant mark pretty darn quick. So they
Mhm.
bumped it up to like 60,000, and then they bumped it up again to like 90,000 people because they just had so many people that were willing participants. So
Mhm.
it happened fast, but like you know, uh, other vaccines were developed slowly because it was like the 1970s, and that was 1970s technology developing a polio vaccine,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
still was developed very, very fast.
And they
by,
probably didn't
like-
have the funds, and then in those days they didn't have the funds either. Probably like the money to do research.
That and that also,
Maybe.
COVID-19 is a respiratory virus that spreads, in the air. Polio is a virus too, but this, the rate of infection is so much higher right now. Like, you just have so many people getting infected that
Yeah.
And it's kind of like one of those like movies. Could you've seen those movies where I can't even. I wish I would have I know the name of this movie, but it was just like a virus like that. It just like from breathing and stuff, and then the whole world. It was like a movie, and this movie was probably made 10 years ago.
Contagion.
Is that
was
what
it
it was?
Contagion?
Contagian's a great movie.
Oh, and it
Um,
sucks how good it is about like the charlatanism of like people trying to sell cures.
Yep.
Just
They
I haven't
covered
seen
all
that
the
movie in so long, but
they
damn,
covered all the bases, the panic buying, like the fake cure guy,
that movie Outbreak
the conspiracy guy.
yeah, that movie
Um,
Outbreak was shot up here in Ferndale.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but that one with what's his name with God, I can't think of that guy's name.
Dustin Hoffman was in
Dustin Hoffman. I was going to
Outbreak.
say Tootsie, but
Yeah, Tootsie. The Tootsie guy was in it.
my favorite movie. That's
I love Tootsie, by the way. That is a
I'm
comedy
talking shit, but that is a good movie. Weird. But
Outbreak. Yeah, that was about Ebola, right?
I never saw
I
that
don't
movie,
know.
Something
but
like
it was
that.
it was shot locally.
But they're shot. I mean, so long ago, and look what happened. I mean, that movie was made, and it's actually happened.
So you're coming to us from Humboldt County, right?
Yes, sir.
And how are things up there?
Oh, they're great. Oh, I mean, I wouldn't say great. I mean, we're affected by the pandemic all the same, but Humboldt County is just an interesting little spot. We've been lucky in a lot of ways, but we've also been our community has been vigilant, and our community has been like, there's been a lot of social buy-in for mask wearing and social distancing, and just not causing a hoopla about just trying to protect the health of the public. So our case counts have been low, some of the lowest in the state cumulatively. We had our theaters and our bars and restaurants and things like that. Those were all open well into October.
Really?
Our bars were open on Halloween.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So.
But everybody wore masks?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, not at all.
Well, I mean,
some did, but they were just like hockey masks and rubber masks.
Halloween mask, no.
But no, that was kind of that was an expected time that everybody thought was going to spike. But
you can do stuff like that up there. I mean, if that went on over here, it'd be nuts. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just more low key over there. Is like what I'm trying to say.
That's totally true. Yeah, and the efforts of the the health department, the efforts of our the county's media did a pretty good job of getting the word out and making sure people just had like consistent guidance to follow, instead of like we were one of the first counties in California to shelter in place. Like I think what is it, Sacramento beat us to the punch that day, or the governor actually. We announced our shelter in place the same day the governor did for the state.
Okay.
And then we had our county had one of our first cases in February. I remember calling my mom with the very first coronavirus case. I was like, "Hey, we have a case in our county." um,
Um,
yeah,
can we talk about like what it is you do?
yeah,
Like at
absolutely. Yeah,
at your job?
yeah,
I mean, because we don't want to
absolutely.
get into too many details.
No, I could talk. I could talk about what I do. So, like, my title
You got
now
promoted.
is what is it? Communicable disease investigator.
Mm-hmm.
And in the context of COVID-19 pandemic, we like do case investigations. So like kind of what the so you get a positive case. Like someone gets tested, their test comes back positive, that gets reported to the health department, and then nurses and investigators from the health department reach out to that individual to ask them who they might have exposed. And then something that our county does that is very important is called backwards contact tracing. So not only do we ask people who they might have exposed, but we want to know who they might have caught it from, so that we can maybe trace it and expose another cluster that is creating cases. So
Yeah.
So there's that, and then on the other end of that, I more or less cut my teeth, so to speak, doing contact tracing. So I was calling the people that positive cases exposed, and then I was talking to them to tell them that they were in quarantine, which was very interesting at first.
Yeah.
That got the heart racing quite a bit the first few times.
But
it still does.
It's pretty interesting because that's like it's like detective work almost. And
it is.
And then they even show that part in Contagion, that movie, where they're tracing it back and showing she got it from this person. I know they oversimplify it for the movie, and
but
it's
that's
cool,
the dream job, honestly.
Cool music, with and then it went from here to there and all this stuff. But that's literally what you do.
It's a little bit less exciting, but
we're
a lot more just sitting in an office and looking at lab results and
looking at the pool,
all numbers. Yeah, sitting by the pool. The
waiting for Slater to come by.
I'm giving myself a little too much credit because around August, I pivoted from doing like actually making calls to just what is it, like managing the case data for the county. So
okay,
I say manage. I'm not like the manager. I'm just like one of the members of the data management team. Mm-hmm. So we are like the middleman that like catch cases as they come through the systems, and then we make sure that they're recorded appropriately, and that the media can report. How like LA County probably does it, where they're like, we have this many cases, today on this date, and we go a step further and like we say like where the people are from, or not where the people are from, but like what they're we've got like a nice dashboard of all that summarizes all of our case data and demographics and things like that. So I'm part of that team.
Well, we don't care. If you want to say that you created the
I did
vaccine,
not.
Man. You cooked up the vaccine in your garage and you sold it. You sold it to Moderna.
I do have some. Let's see.
What is that?
That's a empty vial of a Moderna vaccine.
Oh, see, you've got like a stash.
And then I've got, let's see. Yeah, no, it's a stash of souvenirs of empty vials. I've got some Johnson & Johnson.
Oh man, what were you selling that at the back of a CVS?
He's like the person who got the shot. He's one of the first people who got the shot.
Yeah, when did you get your shot?
I got mine on New Year's Eve.
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude. Is that wild?
That's like before the president. That's like before anybody.
Actually, that was before Trump got his. Yeah, because Trump had COVID, so he had to wait. Yeah, he had to wait to get his. So yeah, I definitely got mine before the president of the United States did.
And
I didn't
you
get mine
got
before. I don't think I got mine. Did I get mine before Joe Biden? I don't think so. I think he got his.
you got your vaccine, and then you got some to go, basically.
Yeah, that was one of the things. I have like what is it, like well, I mean, I'm a history student. Like that's what my degree is in. So like I have all these like these artifacts from this last year.
Yeah.
So like these
Wow.
these empty vials. I thought that would be an important thing to keep. It's like I don't want to bury it in the ground necessarily, but it's like a time capsule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like a 2020 time capsule, so we can reminisce, reflect on what a great year. What a great year.
Well, that's crazy. I mean, I don't know what the hell I was going to say.
Oh, I know what I was going to ask. I was going to ask, you know, since you like researched cases, were more cases were family, or were they from people at a bar partying?
That's like that's hard to tell. So like the metric, some of the metrics that we use, like we'll organize things by like to keep things transparent. So like when we do case investigations, when we report this out to the media, so you can even go on our website and even see this. So like we count how many have been, you know, exposed by a known case. So like they're exposed by somebody that they, you know,
No. Oh, okay.
kind of sort of, or that they have like an actual like line. I hope I'm not explaining this. The opinions and views of the
make sure it's 100% accurate.
Oh yeah.
Do not reflect the views of my employer. Let me just say that these are just my personal insights on these matters.
Okay.
So anyhow, it's organized by like, you know, if someone's been exposed by somebody that, you know, is a known laboratory confirmed case, it's either that or their community transmission, where, you know, this person, you know, has no freaking idea. Nobody around them they know has COVID. They have no idea how they got it. And then, you know, another one we use is travel acquired. So anytime somebody, you know, goes on a trip and they bring it back into our county from somewhere else where they did not catch it from anybody in our community, it's an important distinction to make. You know, we didn't have, you know, actively circulating enough virus to give that person, they got it from a totally different place and they brought it to us. We make sure to note that. And then if somebody doesn't even answer their phone, or they make, you know, no effort to even talk to us at all, we just have to call that kind of unknown, because we don't really know where they got it. But yeah, so we make to answer your question, Auntie Gracie, the majority of our cases are ones that we identified from people that, you know, they knew who they got it from, or we know who
that's like family. So
that would be like family. And
yeah,
stuff.
and then the ones that are unknown would be at, you know, party people.
I would say community transmission would probably be the ones that you would think would be like the bars, you know, a party, but people that go to a party, like, you know, somebody goes to a party, you know, there's like 50 people there and they know who threw the party and they know a bunch of people that are there, you know, that's a huge party, kind of, you know, in COVID times, it's kind of a big party. But they don't know they might not know everybody in the party.
Yeah.
So that could be community transmission. But if somebody that they know, you know, is like, oh, I felt like shit, you know, but I still went to the party. Then they're like, yeah, that person, you know, if that person tested positive, then, you know, they probably got it from that person.
I like that name, community transmission. That's going to be like my 80s synth goth band right there. Right there.
I'm gonna steal that idea, dude.
You know, community transmission live.
Too bad. That's gonna be the name of the band that
opening
I
for Mr. Kitty soon.
I'm gonna definitely float that. I'm sorry, Glenn. I'll have to give you credit, but I'm gonna float that. I'll be like, guys, when this is all over, we have to start a band.
Oh, that's right. You play an instrument.
I try, but I need to practice.
Well, we'll see. We'll see who starts that band first.
We'll see.
So speaking of like cures and stuff, you know, I got one of these crazy wild recipes books. It's basically like all natural remedies, and
you're growing like elderberries in your garden now.
Yeah, it's got like all these crazy like drinks and potions and things like that. It's not like a Harry Potter book or nothing like that. It's Tamed Wild on
Oh, dude,
Instagram.
dude, you
Oh my
probably bought that.
gosh.
You probably bought that from an author that lives in my county.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure they're called Tamed Wild, Magic and Alchemy,
Check
and
the
it's all.
interior. Where was it published?
Where was it published?
I think they published it themselves. I mean, this is
But
like
where?
I don't know.
First page, inside the first page.
Yeah,
Doesn't have an info page.
Doesn't say anything.
It's like a
Shoot,
pamphlet. You know why? Because
It's like a little catalog pamphlet.
like a pamphlet. It's not like a book.
But I mean, you can look up Tamed Wild on social media, and they're around.
Oh yeah, no, dude. I mean, I know people that like. There's like classes you could take to like make tinctures and like elderberry cough syrups and things.
I think they're up north. Yeah, they're in Northern California.
Where does it say? Like, it just says Northern California.
Yeah.
Well,
They probably just don't want it. Zah.
Oh, but now they live in the Azores.
oh,
Something like that.
lucky them, dude.
You know where the Azores are?
No.
They're a little group of islands off the coast of Portugal.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
they were like one of the first islands that were colonized before they made their way out to the old New World.
Correct.
Yeah.
An archipelago is what they call it. Is what you call that, right? A group of
Oh,
islands.
I have no clue. I just know about the Canary Islands and the Azores, and those are the two that the Spaniards and the Portuguese stopped at before they. It's like
Well,
their
anyways,
prototype.
that's my booklet, my Tamed Wild.
That's cool, dude.
I like stuff like that. I mean,
Do you
I
actually
was
make any of them and drink them, or
not yet. I just got that book, and I'm definitely going to make like some of the teas and things like that. I mean, I was raised on natural remedy. I was raised like on a crazy concoction of like a lot of pharmaceuticals, because I was like
colita de rana
and
yeah.
shit like that. Yes, like Mexican witchcraft.
Yeah, dude.
And to this day, my mom soaks cannabis leaves in alcohol, and she keeps it around all the time, and that's her like muscle pain remedy.
Dude.
So
No,
she still uses stuff like that. One time she gave me like a balm with peyote in it. It had peyote in it. It was like a pain relief.
Dang, is your mom a drug dealer?
Oh, she's like she's just
She likes natural remedies.
into natural remedies.
That's it.
I'm trying to. Yeah, there was a shop in downtown Santa Ana that sold all that kind of stuff, but you can also get like delicious tea there. But it was like it was definitely like.
I thought you were going to say delicious agua frescas or something.
Nah.
You get your witchcraft over here, and you're right, and then some agua fresca, right?
That was just like a couple doors down. I haven't actually been to that neighborhood in a long time. I heard it's all
Santa Ana.
Yeah, it's all different now.
Yeah, it's the hot spot. I mean, Santa Ana has a place called I think it's called the Galaxy Theater. Anyways, lots of concerts. I mean, name anybody, they'll play that joint.
I definitely heard of the Galaxy Theater before.
Yeah,
but I don't know, the downtown area. I heard
there's
all kinds of different now.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool restaurants. And anyways, we're gonna take a quick break, like for about a minute, and we'll be right back.
Carry on. You should have like some scripted ones. You know
Yeah, we should try that. But you're okay. Look, you were just talking about you guys were just talking about the flu,
right?
And the flu vaccine is something that's always out there. It's there every season or whatever. So what was your point? That what's the big deal about this vaccine?
No, they're just always. I always hear these people talking about how a lot of people die from the flu. So what's the difference if with the COVID?
No, the difference is that like 20,000 people died at the flu, like at the highest that one year, and then we have 500,000 Americans die.
know.
Oh my God! In one
So they just
year.
keep on comparing it with the
Holy
flu.
shit!
And
Yeah.
they also compare it with the election.
This is insane. We had literally the equivalent of 9/11 like every day at one point. It was insane. Like we had so many thousands of Americans dying every day, and nobody cared.
Right.
Nobody gave a shit.
Wow.
It blows my mind. Like we no disrespect to the lives lost in 9/11, folks. No disrespect. But those almost 3,000 Americans, like look at what we did. We turned the world upside down for 9/11.
Well,
and we had
then
9/11 like every day, and nobody did anything. It's just called the virus fake.
But
Yeah.
I would also talk to people, or people would talk at me, I should say, saying things, that they didn't even believe that any of that was going on. I remember telling somebody, I was like, how do you explain Italy? And this dude looked at me and he goes, hey, you don't know anybody in Italy. And I'm thinking to myself, I didn't say that was
bro. The internet, like even television.
I was thinking to myself, I didn't respond to him. I just like turned around. It's like I actually do. I know a few people in Italy, and it's like, how can you say that? Really, it's like, well, you don't know anybody over there, so you don't know what's really going on. So that means, the news made all that shit up, but
well, that's the other thing. Someone says, "Oh, they created it to get rid of Trump," and I said, "Well, I don't understand because that means the whole world did that to get rid of Trump. Wouldn't it have been easier just to shoot him?"
Like that's like exactly what I thought too. I was like, when I heard that argument, I was like, holy shit! Like perfect 10 for mental gymnastics right there, folks. Like, my God, like how could you think the entire world would tank? Everybody just decided to tank the entire world's economy so that Trump wouldn't get reelected. That's the most asinine argument. If Trump wanted to get reelected, all he had to fucking do was let the experts do everything, make a few token appearances and say, our hearts and minds are with you, America, we're all in this together. And then, just go back to playing golf and let the experts run the show. He would have handily won re-election.
Uh-huh.
He would have taken full credit for everything. But he actively did things that made it worse.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, I really like that security camera that you have set up back there. That's high tech right there. You see the security system.
Oh yeah.
It's not really a security system. That's to film. It's to film and watch my my what is it? Synchronized swimming routines.
Oh, all right. I
make sure they're on point.
I hear you. Well, yeah. I mean, that's outrageous that everyone thought it was fake. In order to tank Trump or whatever. And then there was some other stuff I was hearing about, like businesses were closed down on purpose, to make Trump look bad too. Like all the businesses here in California, like all the shit that was going on, all the closures, so people would go bankrupt, and that way Trump wouldn't be reelected, and that is like paranoia.
That's paranoia, especially given like the turnout. Given that like almost 75 million folks still voted for him. Like so
Exactly.
Like nah, guys, like a third of the country, still likes the guy. So
but no, let's close down businesses, make sure people go bankrupt, and let's lose jobs, make them look bad. That way we can vote for Biden. Really?
No, like I don't see how that works. I don't see how that works. Like I just can't even.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. And it's, at this point, it's going to be an interesting future. Like, I don't know if, like, having worked, I'm not an ICU nurse. Like, I'm not a doctor working on the front lines, but like having worked a job that's directly related to the pandemic, to hear folks deny it, it's just like, wait, really?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
wow. So just in the future to just, I don't know. I don't know what greater point I'm trying to make here, but I'm very interested to see how this last year ages in the over the years, and how
Yeah.
perceptions may or may not change of how this all played out.
Yeah.
So can you give us any like inside scoops as to how it's going to play out? You got any inside info? Like,
Inside info, like, no, dude, I don't have any inside info, but like the way that I see it, and like, don't, again, like, I'm not an epidemiologist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not not an expert. I'm applying to programs to become an expert, but the way I see it is that, like, we're headed towards warm weather, and I'm likely aping the opinion of other, of actual experts on this, probably. I've heard them say this on the radio, so that's probably where I'm picking it up as well. But like, we're headed into warm weather again. Like, we had a spike last spring. We had a spike in the summer as well. But the big difference is that we have, like, millions of Americans vaccinated. Like, that is the biggest difference. Like, the over 65 group, like, using data from other countries, Israel in particular, as soon as they fully vaccinated their over 65 population, their case counts plummeted, their hospitalizations plummeted, their death rates plummeted. It's hard to ignore that. Like, if you think of, you remember algebra class, right? You know what a parabola is. Like, it just goes up and down. Like, it's math. Like, there's that's a function. There's inputs in that function, and the inputs that we finally have to, go into this new function, that curve, the curve that we're supposed to be flattening, the new inputs are vaccinated individuals and hell of people in the United States that have been infected with COVID. Like, we have that reality, leading us into this next warm weather season, that unfortunately in other countries that aren't vaccinating as quickly as the United States, they're going to have to, they're already making those hard decisions. They're already locking down again.
Yeah.
But here, I don't foresee that. I just don't see that. I mean, personally, I stupidly bought AMC stock, because I'm banking on. Every time
On
they
the
announce
movies
box
coming
office,
back.
when the movies come back and they start saying that movies are only going to premiere in the theaters, bro, like, the writing, I think the writing is on the wall. I truly do. Like, I think that there is light at the end of the tunnel, but I'm convinced that because 80% of the country or more is, like, not vaccinated yet, the messaging is very distrustful. It's very paternalistic, even. Like, it's like, yes, like today, I mean, the travel guidance changed today. Like, vaccinated individuals, they say that, fully vaccinated individuals can travel on a plane, and
that's not, is
minimally
that true?
risky. Yeah. The CDC,
now
provides their guidance.
this is also the first week that, okay, I work at a bar, and we haven't been operating as a bar, we've been operating as a restaurant. Now this is the first week that bars are actually able to open, but they have to be outside. Drinkers got to be outside. Makes no sense, but anyways, that's another step in full reopening. Dive bars are opening up.
But you have to drink outside?
Yeah, you got to be outside. That's those are the rules.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of.
I haven't been to work this week. I'll be there on Wednesday, so just to see how things are going to go and how they're going to work out. But anyways, that's how it is over here. And look, I eventually want to go back to the movies, and I even want to go to a Dodger game. Dodger tickets are back on sale.
Bro, so, I was joking about that. I was like, the travel guidance changed. Opening day was a few days ago. Oh,
like, yeah, man. But
I don't have any money for that. I have money, but it's to be saved. I'm saving to be able to visit. So
there you go. And speaking of visiting, I need to go up to Humboldt County. I've never been to Humboldt County.
It's a long drive.
I need to make that pilgrimage.
It would be honestly, it would almost be safer to visit here. I mean, you're vaccinated, so it doesn't matter either way. But in terms of just fewer people. We only have 140,000 people that live in our county, so that's not that many.
Well, I want to get into like a little thing. We got some stuff that we cover on our little
Oh yeah, dude, of course.
on our little generic show here, and I want to demonstrate something. Gracie and I smoke on the show. We smoke cannabis all the time, and Gracie's always stoned out of her mind, even though she wants to act like she's not. But anyways, we smoke. We also like to vaporize. And I have this little vaporizer right here. It's called the DaVinci IQ2. So it's basically one of the hottest vaporizers on the market.
It's one of the hottest?
Yeah, man.
Can you handle it without gloves?
No. Or yes, you can. It's one of the nicest, and it's you pack the herb underneath here and all that stuff.
Okay, so
here's the mouthpiece. Now, one of the things that it has here, I'll hold it up to the zoom camera. You see that thing right there?
Yeah.
It's called a flavor chamber. Gunner's already yawning. He's like, this shit's boring.
A little. No, not at all. I thought that was like just something that was just for oil or like concentrates.
A flavor chamber, and I had no idea what the hell it was. So apparently you could pull this thing out, and you can put like stuff in there like lavender or something, and basically your flower will have that flavor. Now here's the thing. A couple shows ago we whipped some fresh cream on here with vanilla, with vanilla bean. I split the vanilla bean, and she whipped all the cream.
God.
That was 2 episodes ago, I think.
Cream puffs.
Go ahead and check that out. We made cream puffs, and so Gracie started talking about, hey, can't you get that vanilla and put it in your oil infuser and make? Anyways, she didn't know what she was talking about.
I knew what I was talking about.
But she said, can you make vanilla marijuana? And I said, what the hell is vanilla marijuana? It made no sense, and she didn't know what she was talking about. But guess what? Because of this little flavor chamber, I'm gonna put a vanilla pod in there
and make vanilla marijuana.
And we're gonna smoke out of this thing, and we're gonna smoke some vanilla flavored
marijuana.
Like right now?
Yeah.
No! Please report back immediately. I want to know. I want to know if it works.
He was making fun of me because I said that. Like,
look, that was a total accident.
Oh yeah. A lot of stuff I say is accident. One time I say, "Oh, don't forget, watch us on Instagram." Oh, I heard it for 2 weeks. They were laughing at me. Oh, don't forget to watch us on Instagram. And next thing you know, Instagram, you can watch on Instagram.
Anyways,
so they always make fun of me.
There's the vanilla bean right there. And I just
I'm jealous.
I
can't smell that right now.
Can you hold that for me?
I was smelling it. It smells good.
So I went ahead and just cut a piece off, and I'm gonna stuff that into the little flavor chamber here. All right, close it up. See that thing there?
And we watched a YouTube, and a guy was making mojito. He put a slice of the lime and mint and smoked it.
Yeah, if you look up DaVinci IQ2 vaporizer, there's like some other like little demos on there. So I went ahead and just put it back in.
Does it like advise you on like what works, what won't work, or you just kind of have to weigh it?
I haven't seen what works and what doesn't work.
What you looking for?
Well, I guess you're about to find out.
We're gonna do vanilla. Yeah, let's see what happens. So I'm gonna go ahead
Watching
and
live.
I'm gonna stuff the bowl or whatever with this. I just grinded this up right here, and this is a strain called Studio 54.
Shit, does it have cocaine in it?
Look at that. Studio 54 is the name of the
Sunset sherbet with what is that? With the cushion number 54?
Yeah, it looks like it is a cross of
I don't even know what that is.
Sunset Sherbet and OZ Kush.
Oh, okay.
Orange Skittles Kush.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I was about to say, I was like, okay, I know what both of those are then.
Yeah, so
what is OZ 54.
So yeah, OZ Kush number 54 crossed with Sunset Sherbet to get this flavor that they call Studio 54.
And it's like cocaine.
Probably
away.
not.
Right away, she's like, "Is there Coke in there?"
Is there coke?
So I'm gonna go ahead and fill up the vaporizer,
Is there coke?
and
Is
we're
there,
gonna.
Yeah,
gonna
like what
taste-
is that? What is that on the?
Say what
oh,
now?
oh, the cutting board. I was like, what is
Oh
that?
yeah, I
on
have the
cutting
cutting board with the
with the vanilla on it. I was
vanilla,
like,
but
what?
I'm gonna move it over here.
It was off of it was off the side of the camera. I could see.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just stuffing the vaporizer here, showing it to the camera. Almost done here,
That's right.
and I'm gonna turn it on, and we're gonna sample it. Hopefully, it'll taste like vanilla. This Studio 54.
and I won't be as dumb as I look, I guess, on Glenn's.
Let's click it on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then you gotta wait for the light to go on.
Ooh. It's really nice. It's a really nice vaporizer, man. I love this thing. It also has like this little attachment here where you can attach it to like a percolator or a water pipe, so you can get percolated vapor. So go ahead and hold that for me real quick, Grace, while it turns on.
Okay, and then
We're waiting for it to heat up, basically.
So you know what? A couple shows ago, we had your Yum Yum box.
Yes.
So while we're waiting, and we had one candy left. You want to try it while we're waiting for your?
What is
Not
it?
really.
It's a Ukraine candy.
No, it's a German candy.
Oh, it's German.
German, Gracie.
I bet
Yeah,
you
close
haven't-
enough.
It's coconut.
9.
Was it Germany, right?
It's German, and it's not coconut. It's almond. It's a marzipan cookie. We
That's
had
it,
a
I was
really
like, where did the Germans get a coconut?
exactly.
I guess, no, I was like, the coconuts growing on the Samoan Islands.
Heating up here, almost done.
What's inside here?
Marzipan.
Doesn't look like it tastes good.
I'm not big on chocolate. And it's real chocolatey.
We had a box that was just chock full of like sweets, and then we had to eat a bunch of sweets, so we skipped a few.
Of the candy.
And anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and give a sip of this and try out this vanilla flavored cannabis. Ooh, yeah.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Work?
Oh wow.
I taste a little bit of vanilla. One more puff.
You have to hold nothing down.
Is it like it just like heats itself up when you press it so many times?
That is delicious.
Really? It tastes
Okay,
like vanilla.
So I got a little alcohol swab here. I'm gonna clean this off, and Gracie, go ahead and try it. Just inhale and
But little ones, right?
no, inhale. Let's take a rip. Take a rip.
I don't
Rip it. Come on.
The pinky up.
Yummy. Right?
Taste it.
Yeah.
Tastes like vanilla.
I am.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
There you go, people. So, yeah, there's another video of the DaVinci IQ2, and somebody's putting lime peel and mint inside, and they call it a mojito. We need to come up with a name for this vanilla flavored Studio 54. Maybe call it like Snow White or something.
Snow White.
Might be onto something. But wow. Wow.
Well, will you try your vanilla?
Yummy. So Gunnar, next time we have a visit, we got ourselves a new way to enjoy.
Got all those slick vaporizers.
he's
I
always like
remember that
gadgets.
one that was just the metal one with the brass bottom.
Oh yeah,
That thing
non-electrical.
was- The non-electric one, that one was nuts. I was like, that's
He even has this new
it's like
for
It's like apocalypse proof. Like you could
Oh
keep
yeah.
that in your bug out bag, and you'd never have to, you know, you don't have to quit your habit.
She was probably going to tell you, yeah, I got the Puffco.
The
Puffco
what?
The Puffco Peak.
What's
Have you
that?
heard? You never heard of the Puffco?
No.
The Puffco Peak. Oh, it's an oil rig. It's an electronic oil rig.
Oh.
Yeah. It's for dabs.
Okay, I didn't know what that was.
Well, since you're doing the marijuana testing,
Clouds, man. We got clouds.
I'll do my 99-cent my collectible.
What is your collectible? Okay,
what's the
Gracie?
collectible of the day?
Yes.
Well, this collectible is. I'll show you here. It's a Cheech and Chong. A Cheech and Chong up in smoke.
Is that a thermos?
It's a thermos.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Where's the lunch pail it came with?
I don't have a lunch pail. I only have the thermos. But it's
those thermoses used to only come in a lunch pail. What the heck?
Yeah. But no lunch pail, but it's a Cheech and Chong up in smoke. So I think that's kind of cool.
Is it original?
Yeah. Turn it around. Did you have the up in smoke part of it?
Is it a stash can?
Oh, I could make it a stash can, huh?
No, I mean, like, is it secretly a stash can?
Oh, shucks, it could be.
So it's a NECA, a NECA thermos. Oh, how'd you get that, Gracie?
I think I got it at a garage sale.
And it didn't come with the lunch pail?
Actually, my brother, I think, got it at a garage sale.
Because there is a lunch pail that's very collectible.
Oh, I wanted to see what it said in the bottom. Does it say the year right here in the bottom? Can you see it?
Actually.
It says 2009.
I know, huh? No, it's not a collectible, darn it.
It's really small. I can't see. Let me light this shit here. It says Paramount Studios. Doesn't have a year, but it's manufactured by NECA.
Oh,
I don't think it's original.
I think it's original from the movie. I think when the movie came out, they were giving these out to the audience.
No, I think it's a collectible from like one of those Hot Topic stores.
No,
Something that they would sell in there,
like a Spencer's Gifts or something.
Yeah, I think that's what it's from.
It don't matter. It's a collectible. It's in my collectible container.
Gracie, you need to stop rating your brother's shit and get your own shit, and come back with something better next week.
Yeah, he got it at a yard sale, right? He got it at the garage.
Yeah, I mean, because that doesn't compare to like her poster. Did you see her?
That poster's awesome.
That poster is epic.
That's a true collectible.
And now she's over here coming with some cheap $4.99 thermos that you can buy at Hot Topic.
I don't know. I doubt it. Well, we're gonna have to Google it.
Anyways, check it out. It's 99-cent store time.
Yeah, 99.
What do you have?
What do you got, Grace?
Drizzlicious.
Drizzlicious. What the fuck is that?
Drizzlicious.
Okay. Yeah.
Cinnamon?
She's actually not talking crazy this time. It's actually called Drizzlicious.
Drizzlicious. And it's just stuff.
Crunchy drizzle bites.
Crunchy drizzle bites with rice, chia, quinoa, and flax. Oh, it's healthy.
Oh, and s'mores. This was called s'mores. And
Okay.
what is yours?
This one is cinnamon swirl. And she's got s'mores. So it's basically
S'mores sounds much better, but does it even have marshmallows?
I don't know.
Yeah, this looks like shit.
And
I like how it says mini rice cakes with white chocolatey drizzle.
oh my gosh, check these out.
Oh man.
Oh wait, sorry.
There you go.
Eat
Right
one.
there.
Eat one and tell me how it tastes.
It looks like a s'mores.
That's like all seeds. Should you be eating that?
You know what? It's it's smashed. It's not like the seeds. It's kind of like all powdered
it's like,
up.
is
like
it
a
flour?
And yeah, it looks like a little cookie.
Weird.
Yeah, it's actually good.
Dude,
I thought you were talking
Dude.
about it.
they're mini rice cakes, man. They're just like little mini rice cakes.
Uh-huh.
You know
Oh,
those little
okay. Well, then-
rice cakes, the little rice cake bites,
And they melt in your mouth.
but they flavor them. This one's flavored with cinnamon, and this one's flavored mini rice cakes with dark chocolate
That
drizzle.
was really good.
This one has dark chocolate, and so they
What's this
basically take.
They're good.
Look,
I would say
it's crunchy and it's chocolatey. And it's ridiculous.
they're good though, right?
Yeah, I mean, they basically took something that has no taste, a rice cake, and they put some chocolate on it. So
Hey.
now you're tasting crunchy chocolate stuff.
Apple cinnamon rice cakes have flavor.
Yeah, they're good though.
Well, like, you know what? You'd probably like these.
Where
Why am I
where's
still here?
where's it made? Where are they made?
Oh, yeah,
Good
well,
question. They are made
I'm-
by Snack Innovations, a company out of Piscataway, New Jersey.
Really?
New Jersey, baby. Where the boss is from. The boss.
The
Am I
boss,
pronouncing that
and
right?
Drizzlicious.
Sopranos.
Piscataway, New Jersey.
But they don't look like the picture.
They don't look like the picture, but they do look like that. They're really tiny. I wonder if you could just like pour these in the bowl and pour some milk over them.
Oh, you know what? That's
We
what
got
they're
like
they're like.
rice crispy kind of shit.
They're like cereal.
Yeah, it's like we're eating cereal out of a bag, basically.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen that? They actually sell bags of Fruit Loops in little snack bags now, and I'm like, why? Just buy some Ziploc bags. What the hell?
That's great.
These are good though.
Yeah, I don't want any more. Anyways, well, what's next, Gunnar? I mean, what's next on the job agenda?
You know, just I'm looking forward to the kind of the tail end of this whole pandemic thing. It's been overwhelming to have to I just would have never thought the job that I took, in 2019 would have,
ended up like this.
ended up like this. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have guessed that.
It kept it interesting. Let's put it that way.
No, it definitely has. And what's kind of I'm gonna get a little bit sappy here, but the kind of weird thing about this year is that it's been a shit year for so many people, and I will 110% acknowledge this last year was just absolute garbage for so many people.
Yeah.
So many people died needless deaths. But on the flip side, it was an incredibly transformative year for my ass.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was definitely a time to I don't know. It's I've never really, apart from maybe sports teams and maybe working on student films, I don't think I've ever felt part of something that's a collective effort,
Yeah.
much like anything like this. So it's
Same
it's
here.
pretty
I mean, it's been a transformative year for all of us, and I think our survival has pretty much shown us that.
Yeah.
And just like you said, I think as a collective, we've all come together, and there's a new togetherness that I really like. So, Gunnar, we want to thank you for being on the show, and we want to thank everyone for listening.
Thanks for having me and letting me ramble on your show from my
Yeah,
from my
well, we
pool
got to do it
house.
again. We got to do it again, and thank you to everyone for listening and for watching on YouTube. I'm Glenn the Baker.
And I'm Gracie, the female comedian.
And I'm Gunnar. See you guys.
Good to start.
Thanks,
Bye,
Gunnar.
YouTube.
Thank you.
All right, see you later, man.
Wait,
See
don't
ya.
hang up. Is that the 54?
Do you like it?
I feel the cocaine in it. Cocaine. I should have put my hair in a ponytail on the side. Ooh, ooh, disco dance. Disco chant. Ooh, ooh, disco chant.
Oh my god, he's terrible.
I'm gonna sing that during that.